Who's your friend who likes to play?
Bing bong, bing bong.
His rocket makes you yell hooray. Bing bong, bing.
Pixar's creative dive into emotions, Inside Out, got a sequel in 2024. But what's next for the franchise? The first Inside Out, released in 2015 and directed by Kelsey Mann, took us inside the mind of a young girl named Riley, who's dealing with a big emotional shift after her family moves. Her emotions are personified characters in her head, with Joy leading the way to help Riley cope. With its smart blend of heart and thought-provoking ideas, the original movie really elevated the Pixar formula. Fast forward nearly a decade, and Inside Out 2 hit theaters in 2024, introducing a whole new set of emotions that clash with joy, anger, and sadness. As Riley enters her preteen years, anxiety becomes her main emotion, and all the feelings have to learn to work together to help Riley grow. Despite some mixed reviews compared to the first film, Inside Out 2 is shaping up to be another Pixar hit. With the box office success it's seeing, Inside Out 3 seems like a real possibility. Here's the latest on Inside Out 3. While excitement for another film is definitely building, especially after the sequel's box office success, it's still in the brainstorming phase. Pixar's chief creative officer, Pete Docter, recently shared that they're exploring ideas for a third film, but haven't made any official decisions yet. He mentioned, "We're in the same place we were after Inside Out," meaning they're still figuring out what direction to take. For now, it looks like we're just waiting to see where this idea will go. In Inside Out 3, it's likely that key characters will return if the film happens. Expect Amy Poehler as Joy, Phyllis Smith as Sadness, Louis Black as Anger, Tony Hale as Fear, and Liza Lapira as Disgust to reprise their roles. Riley's parents, voiced by Kyle MacLachlan and Diane Lane, may also return. New characters from Inside Out 2 like Maya Hawke's Anxiety, Ayo Adebri's Envy, Adele Exarchopoulos' Ennui, and Paul Walter Hauser's Embarrassment might make a comeback, and additional new emotions could introduce fresh voices to the cast. Speaking of emotions, Kensington Tallman, who voiced the teenage Riley in Inside Out 2, recently shared her thoughts on what emotions she'd like to see in a potential third movie. Following Kaitlyn Dias' portrayal of an 11-year-old Riley in the original 2015 film, Tallman took on the role of a 13-year-old Riley dealing with high school challenges in the 2024 sequel. In a recent interview, Tallman expressed her desire to see an emotion personifying goofiness in future installments. She noted that this emotion would fit well with the theme of incorporating lighthearted fun into Riley's growth and would resonate deeply with her own experiences. That's a really good question. I feel like goofy. I don't know if that's a real emotion, but I feel like I'd want to see a goofy emotion. Because I'm really silly, and I feel like this movie has taught me that it's okay to be silly. It's okay to be goofy and have fun, so I feel like that would be a Kensington emotion for sure. I definitely have a giant goofball island. In Inside Out 2, while new emotions like anxiety, envy, embarrassment, ennui, and nostalgia were introduced, a total of 12 additional emotions were cut from the final film. Emotions such as shame and jealousy were excluded because their roles were too similar to those of emotions that made it into the movie. Others, like guilt, were left out due to their more complex concepts. Some of the cut emotions, including love, pride, hope, and awe, were more positive and could have added new dimensions to Riley's emotional landscape. As Riley's journey continues, especially in a potential Inside Out 3, there's room to explore these and other complex emotions, possibly even incorporating ideas from the cut characters. For example, a goofy emotion, as suggested by Kensington Tallman, could fit well with Riley's evolving sense of self and new life experiences. One thing I am excited about is what stages of Riley's life we could explore in Inside Out 3. This will also decide what emotions we will see. For example, we could see Riley's dating firsts. Riley's romantic experiences have been a fun element in the Inside Out movies, but seeing her navigate her first real relationship could be an exciting direction for Inside Out 3. Whether set in high school or college, this storyline would explore her journey through the firsts of a genuine romantic relationship. While the first film had Riley's imaginary boyfriend as a plot device, and the sequel introduced her Mount Crushmore with a mix of real and fictional crushes, a third film could dive deeper into her evolving romantic life. This exploration could highlight Riley's growth as she balances new romantic milestones with her existing friendships and personal development. If Riley were portrayed as LGBTQ+, it would add a meaningful layer to her story, enriching the narrative with diverse experiences and perspectives. We could also see Riley experiencing loss for the first time. A more emotional Inside Out 3 could delve into Riley's experience with death for the first time. Though it might seem like a heavy topic, confronting loss is a deeply human experience, and the film could help young viewers navigate it. The original Inside Out already touched on darker themes, with Riley feeling isolated as she loses her old life and her sense of self crumbling under sadness. Introducing grief as a new emotion could add a compelling layer to Riley's journey. Unlike the more persistent emotions, grief feels temporary and could offer a fresh perspective on her internal world. The loss of a grandparent or another older relative might be Riley's first encounter with death, potentially leading her family to return to Minnesota and revisit both painful and cherished memories. In Inside Out 3, Riley could also face the exciting challenge of starting college, marking a significant shift as she moves away from home. This new chapter would be entirely her decision, and her parents wouldn't be moving with her, providing a fresh narrative angle. Unlike in the previous movies where her parents played a smaller role, Riley's college experience would highlight her growing independence and the evolving dynamics with her family. This storyline could reflect the typical shift in priorities that many young adults experience as they balance friendships and family while adapting to life away from home. Now let's shift gears for a bit and let's talk about why I need Inside Out 3 to bring back Lance Slashblade after his scene-stealing debut. In Inside Out 3, it's essential to bring back Lance Slashblade, who was one of the standout characters in Inside Out 2. The sequel did a fantastic job of reintroducing beloved characters from the original film, while also integrating new ones like Anxiety and Envy, who were crucial to Riley's coming-of-age story. That's a wrap for today. Do you think we'll see Lance Slashblade make a comeback or explore Riley's new emotional milestones? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for the latest updates on all things Pixar. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.